Yeah, it's fine now. I had switched off by mistake. Just that some of you have not joined us. I'm repeating the first few sentences I have talked about. Okay. So what I'm saying is that we are starting the class now, 14th, 15th onwards. We start the class. And with this, our foundation course takes off. And the foundation course is 6 months course. So starting today, you can expect the course to be over by mid-May. Okay, the schedule will be shared with all of you. Midway में शुरू हो जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा. And before this, some of you have been part of the course. We began what we call as the initiation session. Initiation session, about 20, 22 odd classes होती हैं. And we focused on maps. Okay, that's one aspect I discussed. The second thing is your first unit we will start with is population geography, where we are discussing paper 1 population and paper 2 population. So for some of you, it's a very new thing, because geography in your imagination is mountains, rivers, climate, oceans. Okay, you have imagined winds as a part of geography. But if you look at the syllabus of geography, it's much diverse that ways. Geography has two parts. One part called as physical geography, another part called as human geography. The physical geography is the study of the natural world. Natural world, which is natural rivers, natural forests, natural mountains, natural soil, natural vegetation. Okay, all of that is natural, which is a study of land, study of water, study of climate, and all of that. There's one more part, which is the study of the human world. Human world as in what we have made. We have made forests into agricultural land. We have converted the landscape into cities and villages. We have converted the resources into industries. So human geography is all human activity based earth, agriculture of on the earth, our urban systems and villages, our societies that we have made, industries that we have made, trade and transport that we have. So it's a very diverse area in terms of its scope. So you can begin geography from either here or here. For your batch, I said, we are starting from here. It gives us the flexibility to manage and converge some of the batches. So population geography will be your first beginning in geography with me. So now, I said, before I enter the class and the topics, I want to orient you in some ways. Okay, orientation क्या है देखो, if you look at life and if you look at achievements in general, अगर मैं पूछूं what makes somebody successful, okay, a very important thing that makes you successful is your skills. Okay, what makes you successful is some support systems. Okay. What makes you successful is your attitudes. I can have two people who have the same skill, but one is the impatient man, and a short-tempered man, somebody who is not attitudinally trained in terms of details. Okay, somebody who is in some way disrespectful. Those attitudes में आ जाती हैं, and that man will struggle. And there are some people who are low in skills, but very nice in networking, talking, very nice in clarity of thought, कब क्या करना चाहिए. They're process driven. So definitely attitude matters a lot. And support systems, it could be in terms of family, friends, it could be in terms of mentors. ये भी important है. So for any success you talk about, okay, you need these three. So if you look at education, examination, the same three things matter. So in education examination, a very important part is the content. Content, the concepts, the information is very important. And the classes are where we are trying to fill that gap. We are trying to teach you some concepts, some ideas, give you notes, give you books, give you handouts. So we focused on this. But to succeed, ये इनफ नहीं है. You need certain additional skills. Additional skills such as writing skills, additional skills, comprehension skills. Comprehension के मतलब क्या है? You're given a passage, a paragraph, a book or a page. Can you read and understand what it is about? And that's what CSAT is, no? CSAT has a portion called as reading comprehension, verbal abilities. Okay? There's a quant section, there is a RC section also. Okay? ये बहुत important skills हैं. A very important skill is time management. Okay? You should know what to take up when, what to leave when, how to converge discussions, how to study so that 2 or 3 topics can be done together. That's time management. बहुत important है. What you also need is some attitudes. Attitude in terms of how do you see this process? Like say some people complain, sir, इतना ज़्यादा current affairs है, so much of current affairs. So you can see current affairs as a burden, or you can see current affairs as a very important part of your job. If you're part of a foreign service assignment, part of administration assignment, how can you afford not to know about what are the issues around you? Okay. If you are part of decision making process, how can you afford not to know what are the concerns around you? So एक तो है आप बोलोगे current affairs एक burden है. Second is maybe the UPSC is trying to teach you some things in terms of your own ability, training. I remember one of my students, he met me a couple of months ago, and the discussion was around CSAT. Discussion was around some of the things UPSC makes you do. And he said a very beautiful thing. He said, when I was preparing, all of this looked like a burden to me. Okay? He's qualified now and he's in service. But he says, if I look back, I'm thankful to UPSC that they taught me some things which otherwise I would not have studied. Because when I'm in service, the amount of files I must process, the amount of information I must process, and I am at a position where I make a mistake, it can be a criminal liability. So अगर मुझ में वो comprehension skills नहीं थे, if I did not have the skills of comprehension, if I didn't have the skills of quickly understanding things, looking at numbers and tables, I would have been a total failure in my job. Okay. He says it was one way the UPSC was trying to train us. So, and I remember that. Why? Also because this thing somebody else told me much earlier in my beginning of career. That let us see a lot of things UPSC does as a part of training rather than part of selection. आपको train किया जा रहा है. Okay. In terms of what issues are important, in terms of what concerns are significant, in terms of how to manage time and juggle time. Okay. I mean, as civil servants, you'll have tremendous problems in terms of juggling responsibilities. आपको सिखाया जा रहा है. Okay. So, ये attitude है. The attitude to see adversity as an advantage itself. Like you must have the attitude of die hard, not giving up. Because the race you have got into is a race which is in some ways very thankless job. आप काम करते रहोगे, कुछ पता ही नहीं चल रहा होगा कि यार am I doing right thing or wrong thing? And by the time you discover sometimes it's too late. You're working, you don't even know if that's the most important work to do. Okay, but the attitude कि नहीं, somebody has told that to me, I must keep on doing it. So you need to have a good attitude and of course you need to have support systems. Okay, your teachers, your friends. So what I'm going to tell you here is that please do not see the course we give you as merely this. Okay, the course at Educami and the way I have taught all my life. Today, I started my teaching career way back in 1999. Okay, it's almost 23 years now I've been teaching. और मैंने कभी भी पढ़ाया नहीं है with this in mind कि I have to give you content alone. Okay, because I always felt content is there. Whatever I teach, I'm not a researcher, right? I am essentially a conduit who brings and gives you things, okay, by selecting it for you. There are 100 things you can know. I tell you, no. You focus on these 5 things for the examination. Ignore these things, ignore that thing. Focus on this thing is important. So I'm a conduit to you, that's all. And if you are smart enough, if you spend enough time, trust me, this is not a difficult thing to know at all. आप वैसे भी जान लोगे आप. And today with YouTube revolution we have, social media content coming in, whatever I teach, there's somebody who can teach 10 times better than me. Whatever content I give you, somebody will give you content 100 times better than what I'm giving you. More processed, more neatly drawn, very well curated. आपको मिल जाएगा आपको. So this is not where the differentiation is. And this is something available to everybody, not just you. And whatever I teach, I'm sure my notes are in the market. Okay. Whatever I teach, my videos are on the YouTube. Okay. So this is there for everybody, but everybody will not qualify. Not because they don't have content. Some of them are very, very good here, yet they will not qualify because they lack something else. They struggle in writing skills. People struggle in comprehension skills. And time management will be a challenge which is never over. Okay, you manage today's day, tomorrow a new thing will come up. You incorporate that, manage that, third day, एक और जानवर निकल आएगा वहां से. So this is a continuous thing. It's like, firefighting. I mean, think of I always talk about mothers at home. Mothers at home are ultimate managers. The ability with which they manage every loose end every day. Okay, आज का दिन ठीक हो गया, tomorrow a new challenge is there. So it's never ending, and for that you need an attitude. So what I bring to you, what I would like you to focus on is appreciate this part of your training, where we put things to a schedule, where we put things to a program, where we curate things about how to do, what to do. And why I am so much insistent on this aspect is because this ecosystem, there is no dearth of this. In the last 3-4 years, this has exploded. I mean, it's a great thing. At the same time, it's one of the biggest reasons why people have depression. इतना ज़्यादा content है, okay? So many sources are there. You're always scratching your head. कि I will do this or I will do that. Just when you decide that ये कर लेते हैं, something else comes up that looks even more better than this. You're always under stress there. Okay, so this is not your differentiation anymore. The differentiation is, now that you know this, how do you write? Okay, now that you know this, how do you incorporate in your answers, in your interviews? Now that you know this, okay, what type of attitude can develop for yourselves? So on that context, I want to set some, you can say some framework for all of you. And when I'm looking at all of you, this perhaps is the very right minute. Okay, so starting from November, December 23, your examination cycle starts from May 25. Okay, that is okay, more than 1.5 years. You guys must prepare to clear the examination and get a rank, not to clear prelims. Okay, आपका mindset should be, I will clear the examination, I'll get a rank in 25. Okay, you must work with that mindset. And the skills required is not here. The skills required are here. Okay, so this is one thing. So कहीं पर you must tell yourself, on your table, on the wall, on your books, Write this, declare it for yourself that I will be in the rank, I will be in IAS or IPS or IFS, whatever is your choosing. Declare yourself that I am going to fight for that. That's your goal and target. Just say, when countries like India or Australia or South Africa or New Zealand, when they enter the World Cup, they don't enter to win one match. They enter to win the tournament. Maybe Scotland, Netherlands, okay, they play to yaar match jeet jate hain, chalo. At least let us give a fight, forget about winning. India's goal is not to give a fight. They go out to win. Australia didn't play the final, okay, to fight and survive. They played the final like they want to win. And the best part is they're playing against a team that had a solid run in the World Cup. I'm sure you all have seen the World Cup and what are stories behind that. Nobody, if for the first 2-3 match ke baad mein, nobody even thought Australia can come to the final. And one match against Afghanistan, Maxwell stands, and that is where I think the entire World Cup changed. They did not enter the match as we will play. They entered the match as we will win the game. Agar haar bhi jate, they would have given a fight. Okay, so my point is, attitude-wise, and do this. It might look stupid for some of you. It might look like, okay, gyan for some of you. So be it. Trust me, to declare this. और अपने लिए अपना rank भी choose कर लो. Okay, I want to be rank 5, rank 3, rank 2. Okay, declare yourself what you want to fight for. और मन में रखकर it doesn't work. Declare करने से ना you have a pride with that. Some people come and laugh at you. अरे क्या बोल के चला गया? Let that be the power to fight back again. That's one thing. Okay, so you will start the exam, and see, I don't tell this to everybody. When students come to me, join the month of May, June, July, I will not tell them this language because I know they are late for 25 attempt. I'll say try karo. It will not be easy. Try it, but I can speak to you very emphatically. कि आपने शुरू किया है, approximate 2.5 years, go for it. Okay, so that's one thing. Okay, the next thing is, what are the challenges you will face and how am I trying to overcome that? In terms of course completion, in terms of course, in terms of content, okay, please don't bother, leave it to me. And you must trust me here. मैं क्या पढ़ा रहा हूं, कब खत्म कर रहा हूं, what will I teach when, what am I leaving? Okay, leave that to me. Okay, it's like, I have gone for a heart surgery, okay, or a kidney surgery. Then I don't tell the doctor what to do, right? I surrender. मैंने research कर लिया. I have studied doctors, hospitals. I find that you are the best. अब जो करना है करो यार. I don't tell him, नहीं, don't give me here, give me here. Don't cut this one, cut it from here. Okay, I don't tell him that, right? ये मुझे ये medicine पसंद नहीं, आप कुछ और medicine दो मुझे. I don't do that, right? There are people who do it, but then, it's stupidity. Okay, so you choose who you want to go to and then you surrender. They said, in this case, I believe you have chosen us. You have chosen me as a teacher. Surrender there and I'll take care of this. Okay. What I want you to actively engage is in what I am doing after this. See what happens. Course completion is the easiest thing for me. I've been teaching geography for 23 years. Okay, and geography is dynamic, it keeps changing. And I think I managed to incorporate whatever is required. I do it. Course completion, making you write notes, the easiest thing मेरे लिए है. It doesn't require much efforts from me. Okay, effort है but ठीक है, I can manage it. Where I struggle is to involve you in the process. There's something called as active study and passive study. Passive study is you are doing what I am telling you, okay, but not really involved in it. Active study is you thinking, you are struggling, you are adding content, you are enriching content. Okay, you come and try solving questions. You memorize the content. That's active study. So I want our course to move from course completion towards active learning and exam readiness. मुझे ये चाहिए. Okay. Otherwise, see, I'm teaching a content, you write the notes, but you still are not exam ready. So I want you to move from course completion towards active learning. And active learning has couple of components. Okay, which is, so what is part of active learning? Active learning includes, daily. When I say daily, I mean daily summarization of class notes. I think most of you are familiar with this. We call this as daily synopsis writing. ये term सुना है आप लोगों ने? And with the risk of sounding immodest and arrogant, I can claim this was entirely my innovation. I have been talking about this. Any student of mine from any batch, you go back and trace, they'll swear by this word I have always used. Some of them called me synopsis Shabbir. Synopsis sir bolte the mujhe. Because this is the only thing I talk about. And I meet students even now. Just 4 days ago, I met a guy. He's in the labor directorate. I was in the metro. He reached out. He says, "Good morning, sir. You are Shabbir Sir. I'm a student in 2014 batch. I'm in service, Bathway. And so I must thank you for one thing." I said, "What is that?" "Sir, you made me write synopsis." That's what helped me and I qualified. Every month, I meet 2, 3, 4 people who come and tell this to me. Okay, so synopsis thing is a very, very important first step. This is the beginning of your active study. And synopsis is something which is self-work. There are 2 types of work. One is work I will do and you will follow me. Second is you will do something. You will use your brains, your efforts. You will struggle with your time to and do it. Okay, so this is one aspect of your active learning. Second aspect of active learning is, daily, if not daily, at least regular current affairs. I'm saying this can vary. On some days you may not do it. Okay? I don't want to pressurize it also. Eventually, it must become a daily thing, but some of you will struggle. Let's call that as regular. Means at least 4 days a week, 3 days a week. At least try giving 1-2 hours every day if you can. At least 1 hour every 4-5 days. Okay? Current affairs is a very, very important active learning. Third active learning is repeated revision and memorization. Students are not able to differentiate. There's a difference between class teaching, class notes, class synopsis, books reading, and memorization. ये 5 चीज are different things. They're not same things. I can teach in class and you may choose not to take notes. वो मैं पढ़ा रहा हूं. I can teach in class and you can make notes. You can choose not to make synopsis. I can teach in class. You can make notes. You can make synopsis. But you may refuse to read more on that. You may attend class. You may make notes, make summaries. You may read the books, but you may not be actively engaging in memorization. For most of us, एक assumption है कि sir, if I have made notes, if I have done this, automatically I am doing this. No, you are not. It's like, having food on the plate is not same as eating it. Eating it is not same as digesting it. Digesting is not same as having a good healthy body. ये अलग अलग चीज है. Okay. I can eat things, but something wrong inside me, I don't digest at all. I may eat things, digest also, but for some reasons, it does not get converted into my body mass. It's possible for some other health concerns. ये अलग अलग काम है. Okay, so think of coming to class as, okay, I have brought you to a party. Giving you notes as, I have served the food to you. Okay, you making synopsis as, you are starting to eat it. But the actual memorization happens after you eat and digest it. People think coming to party means health ban gaya. Coming to party, having plate on the food, they assume is equal to I have eaten it. ऐसा नहीं है ना? Memorization is a separate type of a work. It is a separate type of efforts to commit it to memory. ये अपने आप नहीं होने वाला. Okay, a doctor can prescribe a medicine. Does not mean you will take the medicine. Doesn't mean if you take the medicine, it will work on you also. Okay, see, assumptions आप तोड़ें. Memorization, I repeat, is a separate work. It requires time, investment. Of course, some amount of memorization will happen if you are doing these two. But this requires another type of, think of, I'm watching a movie for entertainment is not same as I'm watching a movie as a part of learning movie making skills. When I'm entertaining myself, मुझे कुछ याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. I just go and watch. But when I'm watching a movie for movie making skills, I must make notes. I must go back and check again. अच्छा ये ऐसे बोला, इसने ऐसे बोला. Oh, light was here, camera was here. I'll make a different type of effort, right? So you need to have different efforts for memorization. It is a task in itself. So your active learning should include repeated memorization efforts. So when people get frustrated, sir, I made the notes, synopsis, फिर भी याद नहीं हो रहा है. Sir, आपने याद किया ही नहीं है. Okay, you getting frustrated, sir, I did the class, I read this book, that book, but when I had the answer, I can't remember anything. Because you have not memorized it. As simple as that. Okay, the assumption that I will remember things, okay, just because I have the notes, no, it will not happen. You making synopsis makes memorization easy. जैसे analogy की देने के लिए, imagine there is a huge pot. Say what you like pulao, you like biryani, whatever you like. There is a plate. Okay, you cannot eat from the pot. Okay, you must convert this food from the pot onto your plate. So imagine the notes and class as the pot. You cannot memorize from this. So what you do is you take it from here and put on the plate. You put on the plate. Now this is easy to eat, but does not mean you already have eaten. Synopsis work is similar to putting food on the plate. Small amounts, in a good way presentation, in the right mix of what you want to eat. इसमें थोड़ी आप हाथ डालोगे बिग पॉट के अंदर में, आप हाथ यहां पर डालोगे, correct? Okay, this is rice. On the plate you must have some dal also. Must have some vegetables also. You must have a glass of water also. The synopsis के साथ में you need some book reading also. You need some current affairs also. And then some मिला के you will eat and digest. That is memorization. So I believe synopsis writing is a very, very important intermediate step towards this. You can disagree. Okay. कि नहीं सर हमारे गांव में तो सीधा यहीं से खाते हैं. ऐसे करो फिर. Then time will teach you whether this was right or wrong. The problem with UPSC preparation is it will take you 1 year to know whether your method is right or wrong. That's the problem. As I said, it's a matter of trust. Okay. Your method is wrong or right, time will tell you. So either you believe in yourself, you know, I can do this way without this. And I said, if you believe in it, do it. फिर करो उसको आप. But the day you realize that this is the wrong method, you must change. And if it's working for you, karo fir, no issues. Not everybody will require this. But I believe most of people I have seen, they require this. Okay, so your active study should include memorization efforts also, which synopsis writing helps. Okay, now the problem is, ये जो बता रहे हैं ना, this is part of understanding a process. एक process है. So up till now, how I have operated is, I tell the process to you, I teach the process to you, with assumption, you will do it. Initially, I handhold. So the process is, I told you कि देखो ऐसे मत खाना खाओ, प्लेट में लेके खाना खाओ, 2-3 बार डाल दिया. Now please do it on your own. See, times have changed. The mentality of students have changed. The exposure has changed. Earlier, when I used to say this, I found 4 out of 10 people who would do it. Out of which, many would qualify. Now I realize, when I say this and I train and leave it, 1 out of 10 is doing it. And not because you don't want to do it, but because some bit of laziness, some bit of distractions, because of so much of things at hand, you are not able to manage your time. So, बच्चे कर नहीं रहे हो आप लोग. Some of you have been in class for last almost 1 month now, right? How many of you have been regular on synopsis? Raise your hand, tell me. How many of you have done synopsis regularly? Nobody? Wow. Online class? Okay. How many of you have done synopsis regularly? Okay, Ashish, you have done. What about us? What about others? Jayesh has done. Good, nice. And you are a pretty big batch, okay? Not regular. Yes, that's the point. I'm not, see, I don't question your intent at all. मैं वो part, I am, just as I believe, you will not question me for my intent. I might make a mistake, but you'll acknowledge कि नहीं सर इंसानी तो हैं, कभी गलती हो सकती है, but सर का गलत नियत नहीं है. Can I accept that part? Yes. Similarly for you guys, I don't question your intent at all. Because the moment I see the people have come here in the class, बैठे हो, at this stage of your life when you could have had a job, where your friends are doing something else, okay, you are coming and sitting like a student for 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, means somewhere you have a desire to do something nice. क्यों नहीं करते हो? Distractions are there, compulsions are there. You can't handle time pressure sometimes. Okay, and this kind of examination can take a toll on your health also. कभी बीमार पड़ गए, कभी anxiety हो गया. So I am going by that logic. So even if you want to do it, आप देखो, आप कर नहीं रहे हो. And I swear by this method. If one tool you ask me, sir, what is your greatest strength? My strength is understanding this and making it. No other institute will insist like this. I swear by it. My team swears by it. If you ask me, sir, बताइए sir, I have some students coming. Sir, आप बताओ sir, मेरा exam निकलेगा कि नहीं? Sometimes students come to us for reassurance. Okay. My only question is, tell me how much synopsis you have done. If more than 90%, I said, here you are on the game. If not done, then I say I have a question mark. So I will not give my judgment to you on the basis of how you look like. मुझे काम दिखाओ मुझे. And the most important work is synopsis work. So what I'm telling all of you is, okay, that even if I explain the process to you, even if I explain the method to you, and I'm sure some of you are convinced about this, but फिर भी आप कर नहीं पाते. Okay? Because of whatever reasons. So now what I want to add for all of you is, you will do this work in front of me. Okay? See, देखो, all of you online and offline, both of you. Find a teacher or a mentor who you trust and give them yourself for 1.5 years. Like I put my child in a school, I trust the school. फिर हम छोड़ देते हैं कि मैडम आप ही लोग इसको बड़ा करो अब, okay, next 4, 5, 6 years they are with you. I do that. The problem with me as a teacher is I don't get that time with me. You come to finish the course and go, and that absolutely is disempowering for me. I believe I cannot help you qualify if my focus is on course completion alone. सबसे आसान काम मेरे लिए है, but it's a very, very pathetic work for me. It doesn't motivate me at all. What motivates me is, are you working with me or not? Are you running the race with me or not? It's like, I'm a coach. I'm a coach, बैठ के, हाँ बच्चे, all of you should run very fast, tie up a shoelace and start running. और मैं खड़ा होकर देख रहा हूँ. It doesn't work for me at all. If I'm your coach, I'll start running with you. And what motivates me is, I'm running and you're running with me. You fall down, I slow down, I pick you up, you run with me. Okay, you are taking wrong direction, I turn around, bring you back again, you again run with me. That motivates me more. I'm telling you as who am I as a person, what I believe, how a coaching should be. The problem is, आप अपने आप को मुझे देते नहीं. You come to me, आप बता दो technique, I'll do it myself. I said, do it yourself. Okay, but if you don't do it, come back and let's do it together. So it's not a compulsion for all of you. I'm not saying all of you must run with me, but if you can run with me, okay, I can do something better with all of you. If you are happy कि नहीं sir, मैं सब करूंगा, आप बस course पढ़ा दो, so that's the promise I have given you. That's the package you have enrolled for. But I would want you to do that with me. Because अब इतने साल हो गए, इतना समझ में आ गया मुझे. For the last 1 month, this is what I am doing with my entire batch. You guys will become part of bigger group eventually from tomorrow onwards. And we are doing this. Yesterday, we sat down for 5 hours after the class. We call those as marathon sessions. क्या आप उठोगे नहीं, मैं भी नहीं उठूंगा. Okay, you want a break? Go take a break, drink water, come back. And I will do the same thing. We sat from 2:30 till 7:45. वहीं बैठे रहे. We did 3 tests, discussions, analysis, write down the notes. And then I said, sir, बहुत थकान लग रहा है. I said, पक्का, now go and sleep. So when students come and tell me, sir, I am demotivated, I'm scared, पता नहीं होगा नहीं होगा, sir, what will I do? I feel so depressed. My standard answer is, बहुत time है सोचने के लिए आपके पास. If you're working hard with that type of intensity, फिर बेटा थकने का सोच भी नहीं होता है. You can't even think about getting tired. If you're tired, you drop dead. वहीं पर सो जाओ. I want that type of work with all of you. I call those as marathon sessions. So I was doing marathon sessions with my exam ready students. So prelims आ रहा है, we have prelims marathon going. When we have mains examination, we have mains marathon. But now I want to introduce this as a part of my regular course also. Because by the time you hit prelims, if a base is not done, the prelims marathon doesn't work. In fact, if some of you are interested, you can join me at 2:30 today itself and see what we are doing as a part of marathon session for prelims. Okay. Also, मेरा काम यही, I'll just stand there. I'll make you work. करोगे आप काम. Active learning. You will work. You will struggle. You will make your notes. Okay. And I will see what you're doing. I'm happy. I'll say now go. So as a part of our course, I'm changing this from your batch. आपका पहला batch होगा where I'll do this on a more regular. Earlier what I used to do is to have this once in 15 days time. But now I want it like almost like a daily thing, all of you. So please park yourself with me. Yes, online also, Soumya. All of you. And online, this is a webinar mode. I will switch this on to the meetings mode. Then I can see you also what you are doing. Okay. Otherwise, क्या होता है ना, laptop is open and you are doing something else. Okay. You will get to see all of that, Asutosh. Online, offline, both. So this is one thing. So while I explain the process, I want to execute that with all of you. Then the problem is, sir, I'm hungry, I want to go home and I have a course, I have that course. Now that's your lookout. I will not want you to leave till you finish the work I'm giving you. I'll teach you for 2.5 hours. Go take a break of 10-15 minutes. वापस आके बैठ जाओ. Go home for revising things. Okay, not sitting and writing down notes again. Go home to memorize things, na ki doing synopsis work. Okay, so that's one thing I request all of you. Okay. Second thing. Now, your preparation requires 4 things. See, I said, no, I want to be working to help you qualify, not to finish geography optional. Okay. So, qualify का मतलब क्या है? Current affairs है, GS है, answer writing work is there, and you also have memorization and tests. All of this will help you qualify. Okay? Now what happens is, you take up these courses at different places. You have come to optional to me, current affairs कहीं और join कर लिया, GS कहीं और join कर लिया, and studying somewhere else you are doing online, and this memorized test probably you are doing some other place. This is a very bad way of study. It's like I send my child to a school, mathematics, do it from DPS, English, do it from some other school. Okay, you want to do a science from some other school, cricket, go to that school. This is not how education works. It's like I go for treatment. Okay, one doctor is treating me for one thing. For other problem, I go to another medical college. Okay, one operation this guy does. It must all converge together one place. Then your treatment is good. So my request to all of you is, be a part of our process. Okay, if you have not joined GS anywhere, join with us. Our GS starts at 8:30 in the morning. We finish the GS class at 11. And from 12 onwards, your geography starts. Finish of geography class. Then for GS also you do synopsis with us, and geography also do it with us. And with us, you also do current affairs. You converge with us, please. Otherwise, I always struggle to finish off your course properly. Otherwise, when I am teaching you synopsis writing, you have gone to some other class. And what I teach you here, trust me, आपको essay में भी काम आएगा. Yes, you're right. In GS, I am the teacher in geography, in environment. I am the teacher for essays, and I also teach topics of IR. Okay, we have other teachers for other things. And these teachers, वैसे भी, are teaching in other institutes. Go back to a first slide. The first slide. Okay. The differentiation is not here. It is not about what you are taught. It's about how you learn the other skills. ये content सब teacher का same है. Trust me. Plus or minus 5-6 things. Geography course. You go to any geography teacher, plus or minus, they'll teach you what I'm teaching. But maybe the way I deliver is different. The way I engage you is different. The way we have synopsis writing is different. The way we do workbook is different. So my challenge is, I want to take it up as a project. Park yourself with us and help me stand with you till you qualify finally. I hope I communicated properly. You see, you can see this as whatever. You can see this as marketing, sales speech, whatever. And because of that, for a long time, I have been very reticent. कि यार क्या बोलूं बच्चों को, खराब सोचेंगे, you know what I'm doing this as a teacher. But the main reason is, I have seen you guys mess up a preparation because of this. Because आप time converge नहीं करा पा रहे हो. So when I have a test for geography, oh sir, वहां पर ना वो class चल रहा है. When I have a revision for one thing, oh sir, I am doing something else here. When I'm running a marathon for polity, sir, मेरा polity खत्म नहीं हुआ. How can I join a marathon? There is a process, what we call as learner's journey. There is a proper learner's journey that you must go through. You must do course A type. You must do course B type. You must do course C type. 8 क्या होता है? Foundation courses हैं. Okay. B क्या है? Additional enrichment advanced concepts हैं. C type क्या है? Test series हैं. What happens is, you do this somewhere else, then you come to me for here, and this is missing. This makes a problem. You have done this, but not this. You have joined test directly. Again, you are in trouble. So people don't qualify One big reason is all these pieces are missing. So my 2-3 pitch to all of you. One pitch is understand the examination properly. What does the exam take? Understand the components of the exam. Okay, I want to do this component, and then try converging with the components. Like say if you're part of my geography class, optional class, I deliberately give you access to my environment GS class also. Okay, it's the free of cost. You don't have to pay for that. Because you are in geography class, I give you access to IR class also. Because geopolitics I need here and vice versa. Environment, nobody else will teach better than a geography guy teaching you guys. I hope you got the point here. That's why I'm saying converge. Okay, go back and think on this well. How you can do it, why you should do it. GS pura course khatam ho jata hai and you have not done synopsis at all. Entire course is useless. It's a total waste of time and energy. Sir, mujhe bataya nahi gaya tha. I didn't have time. What nonsense is that? At some time in your preparation, you cannot say I didn't know that. So I am regularly educating you on that. GS also requires synopsis. And the worst part, you know what? This was a revelation for me. Last week, I had a session, again a marathon session we had on answer writing. I started at 3:30. We went on till 7:30. I was discussing answer kaise karna. One girl end of the class comes and tells me, "Sir, I thank you for this class." Why? What did you learn? So today I learned how to add current affairs into answers. Otherwise, your preparation is isolated. You see current affairs as a different work altogether. You see current affairs alag hai, GS alag hai, and essays alag hai. You see answer writing of geography different, answer writing of GS is different. It's not. They all must converge together into one technique of teaching. It's like learning driving. Okay, accelerator, steering wheel. Okay, looking at the mirrors while driving. It's all coordinated, no? ये अलग-अलग काम थोड़ी है. I'll go to a teacher A, teach me how to steer the car. A teacher B, teach me how to use the paddle accelerator. A teacher C who teaches me how to use the mirrors. You can never drive the car. They must all coordinate into one proper act of driving. So you see, as wise aspirants, first step is appreciate what I am telling you. आपको समझ में आना चाहिए what the game is. Okay, it's like, in cricket, taking your feet out, swinging the bat, okay, hitting the ball and running are not different things. They all must converge. Timing and runs may happen together. I can't go to one teacher, he teach me how to move my feet. Another one teaching me how to hold the bat. A third guy teaching me how to run. It doesn't work like that. There's one batting coach. There's one main coach for everything overall who converges. So go back and think on this first. Think on this first. Does it make sense to you or not? And be wise. My request to all of you is be wise, thinking aspirants. Not mechanical, not mindless work going on. सोच के काम करो, क्यों कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो? You guys are getting ready for the IAS examination. You will be administrators, chief secretaries, foreign policy experts. You are making laws of the country. How can you not be wise? How can you not be thinking aspirants? हमें brains चाहिए यहाँ पर. This is not an exam clerical job where you must do things mechanically. You are part of a massive administration machinery. You need superior brains. So think on this and then organize your preparation properly. So it's like, for the first time in my entire teaching career, for the first time in my Educami institution I have run for almost 3 years now, this is one gap I understood 2 months ago. When I tell the students what to do, they actually do not do it not because they don't want to do it, but because they're unable to do it. One reason is maybe distractions. A very big reason is the environment is missing. I mean, I read a very powerful quote one of these days. It says, don't run a marathon like a sprint race. What is a sprint? 100 meters dash. You get up and you shoot out. You run crazy for 9-10 seconds. Right? It's like you need a spike. For marathon, you go on slowly, gradually running. This examination is a marathon. Marathon requires stamina and consistency, not the sprint. Sprint chahiye last 4-month exam ke pehle. You need a consistency. You need a process to it. You cannot be missing out important components for a long time. It's my learning. I have to keep in the process. The only way is I give you an ecosystem of study. And this is an open thing. I will not force anyone of you. It's not that if you don't come, I will hang you. No, it's an open, free world. It's your choice. Okay. जो पैसे लेने थे मैंने ले लिया आपसे पैसे. Okay. I can say, okay, now आपकी मर्जी जो करो. I don't want that to happen. So in the classroom, when 30-40 of you are studying, I'm sure some of you will say, yeah, let me also study. When I can see competition going on, you also will have that urge to compete. And I believe anybody who starts aspiring for this examination is fiercely competitive. Andar to ek hai. You might look quiet and shy and introvert. You might look like you are disinterested, but you have that fire in you inside. I want to ensure that you don't lose that spirit. So my work is setting a process, setting targets for all of you, setting targets across preparation, not just geography optional. कि GS में भी करते हैं, current affairs भी करते हैं. If required, I'll put in CSAT also with all of you. Okay, and then I have to give an environment to all of you, a competitive environment where you compete and you start working. So this is the whole approach I want to follow from your batch. In the previous batch, हम बोल के चुप हो जाते थे. But this time I said no, I need to do something else. And what my intention also is ultimately, from this kind of work, I must pick out some of you who are more committed. Because मुझे ना, end of the day, while I love what I do, I also need results. That is my selfish interest. Okay. And I can give results if I have the right people who will work with me. But how will I identify those? I identify those by the work you will do. I'll keep track of your work, your submissions. Okay, I'll keep track of your comprehension skills, your regularity, your improvement. And from those, I'll pick up some guys and we will train some of you differently. So it's your choice. You want to be part of it, you're welcome. If you don't want to be part of it, that's all perfectly fine with me. But I thought I'll say this to you transparently. And this will be a daily work. At least 4 days a week हम करेंगे. कि class खत्म हुआ, okay, go take a small break and come back and sit again. मेरे सामने finish synopsis first. Synopsis done, now do for GS. And I will want all of you doing the same synopsis of GS. ऐसा नहीं कि सर मैं हिस्ट्री करूंगा, वो बोले कल्चर करेंगे, I'll do polity, I'll do economy. You can, but then वो convergence होती नहीं है. So when I start giving tests for GS, I want all of you to give the same test for GS. ऐसा नहीं हो कि ये हिस्ट्री का टेस्ट ले रहा है, वो पॉलिटी का ले रहा है, then I can't manage it. So if you guys have not joined GS yet, join with us. Our batches will start from January mid onwards. If you have joined, then I'll say come and talk to us. I am still very keen to have you in the class. Maybe as some discount price or something I can afford to give you. I'll say leave that class and come and be part of our class. But be with me. Sit with me. Our team is getting trained on that. Practice and exercise all your skills with me. And give me 1 year time to work on you. I promise it will not something you will regret. I'm not perfect in that. I'm honest to explain that to you. But my intent will be to keep on improvising and improving. And we have given results on those. Is it okay all of you here? This was the purpose of today's initiation. I want you to start. That's why I said no. All of you note down this date, 14th December, the beginning of a new life. जो अभी तक क्या किया, keep it aside. I'll work like you're beginning with me. Okay. Let this be a beginning of a new life and count your days from now on. Okay. May last week will be your prelims of 25. एक एक दिन हम लोग count करके we will keep on moving. Every day we'll have a plan, we'll have an approach. Revise every week, every 10 days. We'll have some tests, assignments. I'll try keeping the intensity at very high level. I'll get you to speak to some of senior civil servants, bureaucrats. In fact, for all of you, invitation hai, on 16th of December, it is day after tomorrow, we have a book launch. Okay, at 12 o'clock. It's a very, very important day for me because I have written that book where I have distilled all my learnings of the examination in one place. I believe the ecosystem has been missing this. एक जगह सारा मिलता नहीं how to prepare. So whatever I have learned in my 23 years of teaching, plus another 4-5 years of my own learning for examination, I have met a lot of students who have qualified. On average, 6,000-7,000 students have gone through my class every year. I've been fortunate to be part of very good institutions. I've been mentored by some of the best teachers, and I've called 3 of my best teachers to the class to talk to all of you. The man who nurtured me into geography, who wrote the most valuable NCERT book in geography, the old edition. He was my mentor. He's like a father figure to me. I have called him. You must come and talk to students. He's like one of those rare brains in geography who started planning in geography in India. A very senior man. I have called him. I've called a senior teacher from whom I learned answer writing. He is a man who mentored me. He was a man who mentored. Another teacher who taught me how to teach students. They will be here. So all of you, if not for yourself, come for me. It's my expression of gratitude. It's my expression of intent, how to nurture you. So be part of that. So for all of you, let this be a very important day, beginning of a new life. Promise yourself the commitment that we need to qualify, and I promise you, you will not regret the whole process. Failures and success is a very different thing. What is in our control is efforts. There is no bigger wisdom than this. गीता जो कहते हैं ना, अपना काम करो, फल ना देखो, is very huge wisdom. So what we can control is our efforts, our processes, our intent. Failure, success, देखा जाएगा. If you have failed because you did not put effort, then you have no reason to crib. If you have failed, even after you put efforts, even then you'll have no regrets. But if you succeed because you manage somehow without the efforts, there's a price to pay. आगे जाके आप फंसोगे, and that's a very bad trap you will have. So we will keep this aside. हम इसके बारे में सोचेंगे नहीं. We'll keep our efforts good, nice, honest, intense preparation. One of the students asked me, Sir, अगर आप one sentence में, if you want to describe yourself and whatever you have done, what would you say? I said, all I can say is, know me as an honest, intense teacher. That's all. Honest because I try doing what I believe in, without cutting corners. I accept where I make mistakes. I try to rectify it. Intense because I think there's no substitute to 100% involvement. किसी चीज में भी. वो games हैं, वो रिश्ते हैं, पढ़ाई है, work है. If the intensity is missing, then there's no fun in it. The fun is when we're committed wholeheartedly. I said, if you can know me by that, I think that's the gratitude I can have. So all of you be part of that. part of honest preparation, part of intense preparation, part of committed preparation. देखा जाएगा whether we actually make it, won't make it, whether we succeed or not, but time will tell us. So promise yourself these three virtues: honesty, intensity and committed. Okay, इसमें अपने आप डिप्रेशन, थकान, डिस्ट्रैक्शन सब हट जाएगा. Okay, so I almost spoke for more than 1 hour, okay, without hearing what you have in mind. Yes, Chaitanya. Actually, the class has started today itself. Okay, today is the first class, and I value this. Why? Because I think I am trying to set your attitude towards preparation. Attitude is missing, not intelligence. Attitude is missing, not intent. Like attitude is missing, not skills. आपके पास skills भी है, talent भी है. अगर attitude नहीं है ना, you can't make it. Best example, if you look at, in our cricketing team, okay, there's some problem of attitude with guys like Rishabh Pant. Okay, great skills, brilliant skills, but कुछ missing है. In the older times, I knew a guy called as Vinod Kamli. Okay, he had attitude problems. Otherwise, in some type of skills, he was better than Tendulkar. Tendulkar's attitude is his biggest strength, or Dhoni for that matter, or Kohli for that matter. I mean, Kohli is one of the greatest. Okay, but the slump he went through for almost 3-4 years. You have not seen the initial days of Tendulkar. I have seen him. The first match I have seen him. Okay, every match, I am still a die-hard fan. The attitude is very important part. ये आपका attitude का part है. Honest, intense and committed preparation. Course completion, बेटा ये होगा. It will happen. It's like, if I'm born, I will live. Like if I'm born, okay, I will eat. I will walk. If I'm born, I will have relations. But what is missing is, maybe life is missing. Okay. So, course join करोगे, पर course तो पक्का खत्म होगा. You like it or not, मैंने खत्म करना है course. Notes भी पक्का होगा. You like it or not, I'll make you write it. You come to class. But this is not what actual exam readiness is. Exam readiness is, okay, something different. Okay, so your regular class has started, Chaitanya. Yes. Okay, Kumar, online students will join all the online sessions and we don't discriminate. You also will be part. But yes, to some extent, some things I can do better offline. I'm trying to give the same to the online students also. But otherwise, we don't discriminate at all. Okay, so all of you, how many days environment class? Aniket, ye kahan se aa gaya? I have not begun environment discussions yet. It's part of GS, will happen sometime later, not now. I'll let you know when we'll have it. And when we have environment class for GS, it's continuous for almost, okay, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We'll let you know about it. But like I said, okay, please converge with us. हमारे साथ रहो current affairs में, be with us for GS, be with us for the test series. So all of us can be part of the entire process. No, Kumar, online students cannot join offline. Online will stay online. The engagement sessions I may allow you, depends on if you have space. We'll do that, Chaitanya. All the schedules will be given to you. No worries. That's a lesser of what I'm trying to discuss. Okay, now, any questions you have offline? Any doubts you have? Queries you have? Please tell me. Let me answer your questions. Yes? Online, anything else you want to ask me? I said, no, before you enter the process, know the teacher, know the institution, know the process well. And these are part of knowing me, who I am, because you will stick with me for another 7, 8, 9 months. 6 months of foundation, another 3 months of enrichment class. And God forbid you don't clear the examination, you'll be back with me for some test or the other. If you are with me in the marathon session, so you are with me for good, almost 1 year and more. Aman, the problem is, ये सब ज्ञान है. He's asking me, so how to revise weekly? Like how to revise weekly in ज्ञान में, keep working. The problem is, this jnana must convert into actions. How to remain healthy? Wake up early, sleep on time, eat right food, drink water, do exercise, be positive. हो गया, mantra of life is done. The problem is not the jnana. And Aman, you know the jnana. The challenge with me is converting that into proper actions. ऐसा कोई है class में who does not know that health matters? But how many of you get up in the morning and go for a jogging? ऐसा कोई है? You can write an essay on what is the importance of eating good food. लिख लेंगे ना आप लोग? Right? All of you can write down. नहीं भी पता है तो bluff मार दोगे आप. Okay. But come down actually eating, you'll eat all kind of trash. So Aman, how to do something in terms of wisdom, I can speak the whole day. And मुझे जरूरत नहीं पूछने के लिए, आप YouTube में पूछ, ask ChatGPT, वो घर में घुस के बता के चला जाएगा आपके लिए. The problem I said, the problem is executing that. Okay. The process is not a big deal to understand and know. The challenge is execute it. For that, you have to be with me. मेरे साथ बैठो. Ruturaj will pace it. Okay. I will decide. So don't ask me what all I will do. Okay. That will discover when the process starts. What time, what answer writing, what time, what assignments, that's my job. Some of you have a idea already. And Ruturaj, I'll remember his name. Okay. I have seen students, when they join the course, oh my God, what all things you demand on the planet. Sir, ये भी करा देना, वो भी करा देना, हर दिन टेस्ट दे देना, घर में घुस के लिखा देना टेस्ट. When we start the process, you disappear. Okay. हमारे टेस्ट सीरीज में admissions 1000 of them, attendance 40 of them. Stay for 1 week, 5 of them. Okay. So here, ये सब चीज I have seen for 23 years now. So allow me that freedom, what to do, how to do, when to do, I'll do that. I want your commitment, stay with me. Okay, fine, Kumar. Let's see how you can manage that. I have got no magic suggestion there. So your problems I cannot solve in one comment. Like go to a doctor and say, sir, problem ये है sir, okay, मैं बड़ा थका रहता हूँ. Okay, मेरा problem ये है sir, I'm always anxious. Doctor will give you a counseling session. But the actual work is something different. So I will not talk about it. I just told you my intent. I think I gave the process to you also, more or less. And there is nothing unique in that. You go to any teacher, they'll say the same thing to you. The difference is, sit down and do that with me. How to bring up a child? Gyan. Don't scold him unnecessarily. Okay. Be encouraging. Be positive. Spend time with the child. Parenting में कितना ही books हैं. But the actual father and mother knows, executing that is different. ठीक है? So, we'll not talk about the details of everything. We'll do it and we'll discover that. All good? Okay, any doubts? Anything else you want to know from me? Offline guys, you're too quiet. It's perfectly fine. If you have a stupid doubt also in terms of your evaluation, ask. Okay, let me clarify if you have any issues there. Nobody? Okay. Now, 3 things. Tomorrow, we'll start with population geography. I want you to have 3 books with you, buy them. You bring to class when I tell you, but have it with you. One is A Human Geography by Majid Hussain. It is a must buy. Please don't bargain with me on this. You can buy edition 5 or edition 6. That's your choice. Okay, दोनों में फर्क ज्यादा है नहीं. Okay, either of this will do. Okay, that's one. The second book you will buy is Indian Geography. Indian Geography by D.R. Khuller. Again, no bargain on this. You have to buy this. You have any other book, perfectly fine. But I want this book with you. Because one method of teaching I have is, I teach with the books. I never claim my notes are enough. Notes will help you organize things, but you have to study along with me. Open the book and I'll tell you which paragraph, which line, which page. तो आपको किताब लेके आना पड़ेगा क्लास में. Okay. If you have a separate book, then the pages can't match. These two are must buys. इसमें there is no bargain on this. The third book, your choice, preferably buy it for reference, which is Geography Made a Simple series by Rupa Publication. You must have volume 2. Buy both the volumes if possible, but for population geography, you need volume 2. But this is a choice for your own self-reference, but these two I think are must buy. ठीक है? अच्छा. There is a fourth book. Again, I'll put it as a must buy. अभी नहीं, but बाद जरूरत पड़ेगा आपको. Fourth book is Models in Geography. Models in Geography by Majid Hussain. I do not need this so much for population geography. I need this for some other topics, but le lo abhi. Because there are some topics of population in this book also. So must buy in that case is 1, 2 and 3. Must buys. This is your choice. Then my recommendation is, when you are spending so much of money otherwise, 6, 7 extra book, total cost under 2,000 rupees will not kill any one of you. So kharid lo isko. And Atlas, I think all of you have the list of Atlas you must buy. Keep that 2 or 3 Atlases. But this you must buy. You need not bring the book to class tomorrow. But have it with you because I'll start referring in 1 week or 10 days time. Kumar, you can. It's your choice. You revise geography, GS, you can do that. But nice, I said, if you keep pace with our schedule. When I am doing geography, GS, you do geography, GS with me. When I am doing economy, GS, do economy, GS with me. That's why I want to converge with me. Otherwise, ठीक है, आप अपना कर रहे हैं, आप करें. That's your choice. So my request to all of you, if you have not joined a GS class, join with us. The content does not vary across institutes. The same teachers teach at 10 places. It's a mercenaries world. You know what's mercenary? Paid warriors. So teachers today are like paid mercenaries. But what is missing is the engagement quotient. That I promise you. The same teachers teaching, they will teach, come and teach here also. That way you'll sync better. The new batch, Aniket, will start somewhere around mid-January or late January. Uske pehle, I will have some initiation sessions also. We'll announce that. If you have not joined, then don't join. Join with us. And if you have joined, and it's not too many classes yet, come and talk to us. We'll see how we can accommodate you. Till last year, I would give a very, very small, but you must bring me your receipt. You have paid the money for other institute. I know you can't pay the same price everywhere. It is not fair. If you have paid, show me your admission slip, the money you have paid, and offer our course at a very, very small amount. If you not paid installment, I think all institutes now give installment more or less. जो pay कर दिया, आगे मत pay करो. आगे you get enrolled in our institution. You not regret it the way we move on and process your preparation. At least the time will come. I want the first half to be class based, the second half to be self-study. That's the idea. Otherwise, you will struggle. Course चल रहा होगा, you're lagging behind in most of the topics. Third book's name is Made Simple Series by Rupa Publication. There are 2 volumes, 1 and 2 volume. You must buy the second volume. Take all of you. And those of you giving a prelims in 24, allow me 1 day time, come and talk to me. And if possible, today at 2:30, stay back with us. We had a marathon yesterday. Today we have another marathon today. Okay, so see if you can keep pace with us there. We have a program called as Prelim Support Program, PSP program, which is integral to our GS Advanced Integrated Course. If you join that, ये सारे program आपको एक साथ मिलेंगे. Okay, so stay back online. You can talk to us. Often you can come and meet me. I'll invite. A class नहीं है तो कहा कि हमारे साथ बैठो. See what's happening. At least know how preparation should be done. Okay, don't give the prelims as a trial attempt. It's a criminal waste of time and energy. इस examination में trial नहीं होता. It's like you want to jump and see trial attempt, you jump from probably 1 feet height. Trial jump is never from 15th floor of a building, right? 15th floor मतलब trained हो, parachute है, अब कूदो. Okay, trial means jump from maybe a small wall, jump from a staircase, okay, 3 steps maybe. The UPSC I see as 15th floor jump. वहां से trial नहीं होता. Okay. So if you want to give the prelims, you're confident, okay, then go ahead. But then next 5 months, your preparation must be very different from what you have been doing till now. Yes, Kumar. Online students can also join. Okay. Those interested, reach out to us. We'll call you otherwise. Okay. You can definitely join us online also. We have this. Doesn't matter. Surabhi, Indian Khuller Geography, Khuller, buy the latest one. I don't remember the latest edition का number क्या है. There is a brownish color cover. Okay, इसके पहले green cover था, but buy the latest one. And if the book is last 1 or 2 editions old, doesn't matter. It will do. Okay, don't have to buy a new one every time. All good here? Any other questions you want me to ask? You want me to clarify offline? All good then? Okay. And like I said, what does the book look like? The cover of the same Made Simple has not changed. Okay, that book is same book for the last 20 years. Even I read the book when I was preparing, way back in 1990s. Green के बाद में जो छपा है वो latest वाला है. The latest one has a brownish name plate on top. Brownish one. ठीक है? Map classes. What map classes, Aman? Map classes are over. Okay. They're over now. Now I'm getting into serious geography. The priming is done. Okay. Okay, fine. Anything else you want to clear? Any doubts? Anybody? All fine? Chalo. So those of you interested to know what we do as a part of our PSP marathon sessions, you can join us at 2:30 today. Sit with whatever time. Students will sit till late 7 o'clock tak baithenge. Okay, and some of them do online, some of them offline. You can come and watch what we are doing. Okay, chalo then, all of you. Bye-bye. Catch you at 12 o'clock. Your classes will be on the 3rd floor. Okay, you graduate from this is the nursery that we had. We groom you here, give you some muscles, then you're part of offline, third floor. ठीक है? चलो. And online, see you tomorrow, all of you. Bye. Thank you.